Hey, obviously not the result we were looking for, but I really believe that our energy, our effort, our focus, and how hard we need to play and to a standard that we need to play, we met that most of the game. Certainly we turned the ball over too much, which you can't do that against anybody, but especially Drake in a low possession game, and then we were 4 for 23 from three. We're not built to win many games when we shoot 4 for 23 from three. But those are things that we can clean up. Those are things that we can continue to work on. But when you look at the effort, the energy, the togetherness, we were much better, as a team in those areas today. And if we continue to do that, we're gonna get better. We're gonna get better. This is a really good basketball team.
It seemed like the factor that I really noticed out there was Drake's defense. What can you say on that? How can you work to improve and find gaps in the future?
No, that's very accurate. I think they are the best team in this league defensively. The way they plug gaps, the way they close out, and then they basically foul you without fouling. And I mean that as a compliment. That's not a negative thing. I think the best teams defensively, they know how to be physical without fouling, and they do a tremendous job of with their hands, with their chest, with their hips, and it makes it really difficult. And your offense gets stagnant. So again, you've got to be on point offensively, to try to be a very difficult team to score on.
So, Coach, with a guy like Josiah Legree being the more overall player on offense and defense, how do you think his energy is going to transition into the next few games here?
Well, again, I thought Joe came in and did a good job off the bench. Obviously, there's some things that he needs to work on, and 3 turnovers. Had 3 or 4 missed blockouts for putbacks, but those are mistakes that we can clean up. Again, with Joe, he brought energy. He brought some enthusiasm, and when he plays, you can see the joy in the game. And those things resonate with his teammates, and he gives energy. And when he's playing like that, other guys play harder, other guys play faster, and we need more of that from some of our other guys.
Marcus, you're one of the leaders on this team. I mean, it was a tough week for you guys, but in this sport, you either win or you learn. I mean, what have you guys learned from this week, and how can you guys kind of use that as motivation to kind of bounce back here later this season?
I'd say just our energy got to be way better. We've been getting better with that and kind of being a team. There's times where we have adversity moments and we can't break down. We have to stay together and try to push through and use everything that's happening to us as motivation to keep going and play harder.
Another question for you, Marcus. You played more of the stretch role today, shooting 2 of 4 from 3. Had half the 3-pointers today. How do you get those open looks outside the perimeter?
I'm gonna interrupt. He has them all the time. He's finally decided to shoot them. So we have the utmost confidence in Marcus to shoot the ball from the perimeter. He's such a team first guy that he's he passes up a lot of shot opportunities because he really is a pass first big, and he wants to get others involved. And tonight and I've been on him a little bit about you need to be more assertive, more aggressive with your shot and take the right shots. And tonight I thought he did both. He made some great passes to his teammates, and he took the right shots, and I thought he played his best game in a while.
Yeah, so I mean, I know you sort of just touched on it, but Josiah tonight he just had some really crafty shots. So how are you looking to see I guess some more of those this season?
Well, I think it's about consistency. We can't. He played well today. The same thing with Marcus or Samaj or Camp, or you go on down the list. It's about the consistency, and if we consistently play with the right energy and effort and togetherness, then we can work on not turning the ball over making better shots, and that's the part of the growth that, you know, ebbs and flows of a season. You know, we got some guys that, you know, are struggling right now with their shot, and you know, we need to work through that. And you know, for a good stretch of the season, we were closer to a 38% 3-point shooting team. Now we're about a 28% 3-point shooting team. I don't think either is true. I think, you know, we're somewhere in the middle, and you know, we're at a low point with us shooting the basketball now, and I think, you know, guys like Joe can help that with his energy and his ability to pass, and you know, even get us some better shots from the perimeter for some of our shooters.
Coach, thinking about you saying playing as a team, especially defensively, compared to Wednesday night, how do you think you guys improved
Yeah.
in tonight's game?
Well, I think we did a lot better. You know, certainly, you know, the score would indicate, you know, you get beat 18, but you know, we're working on some different things defensively, trying to make some adjustments. We understand that we have a long ways to go in that area, and you know, if our offense isn't clicking, we got to try to find a way to stay in the game defensively. But ultimately, this team is more built, you know, to the offensive side, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we understand, and after watching film, especially of the Bradley game, that we have to have more of a commitment on that end of the floor. And tonight, I thought we did. We certainly we messed up some switches, and we messed up some missed box outs. And you know, I told him at the beginning, we're not going to play perfect, but your intentions have to be perfect. And for the most part, I was really pleased with what we were trying to do defensively, and it's something that we can certainly build on.
Okay, Derek.
You hit on going 4 from 23 from 3. Would you just chalk that up as it's just one of those nights, not everything falls every single night, or was there something specifically that Drake was doing to really challenge you guys defensively?
I think it's a combination of both. You know, without going back, and one of the things I will do, obviously, I kind of grade all 23 of those 3-point shots. So, you know, I might misspeak here on this, but for the most part, I thought we took pretty good threes. But what Drake does is they're there. They're closing out fast, and a lot of times they're really good with getting their hands on balls and deflections. So the timing and rhythm of that shot is just a little bit off. And I think tonight we had some guys open, but I think they rushed their shot just because of the timing and how fast and well Drake closes out.
So just kind of to close it out here on the defensive side of things, how can the team maybe work to match opposing defenses and just get more stops here in the future?
Well, again, I think it's you know, going back and learning from our mistakes, continuing to focus on the scouting report, and then again, just playing with a great deal of energy. Our communication, our talking was better tonight. And just keep moving forward day by day. It's a process.
Time for a couple more questions. Jack.
Coach, you know, 6 weeks till Arch Madness in St. Louis. Obviously, you know, you've said all season long you believe this team is capable of special things in that tournament. You're going to have to go through teams like Drake in that tournament. I know not to look too far ahead, but in these last 6 weeks of conference play, what are some things you think this team needs to do to kind of close the gap to put yourself in the best position come that time?
Well, right now, you know, real candidly, we are a below average defensive team. And we've got to get ourselves where we can at least be average and hold our own on that end. And then offensively, we got to get back to where the ball is popping a little bit. We got a little, we're over dribbling just a little bit, and it's throwing off our rhythm and timing. And I think the ball's got to pop a little bit more, and I think that'll help our shooting, that'll help our cutting, and we just got to go back to you know, looking at some ways that we can help that.
You know, Coach, we've seen a lot of different lineup changes, and one notable name tonight that didn't play, Janai Summers. Would you say that you're trying to experiment more with seeing who can go out there and contribute, and who wants more and who doesn't?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, you know, in any given game, it's really hard. You know, you look tonight, we played 9 guys, and you know, that's really the main focus of what I want to try to do is, you know, get it to where, you know, going into the game, unless something crazy happens, you know, we really want to play 9 guys, because I think the way our team's built, you can get in a rhythm, you can get, you know, up and down the floor and not be overly fatigued. Obviously, fouls happen, and you got to play different guys. But just the easy example I can give you at the center spot. Marcus, JD, and Derek. Obviously today it was easy because Derek was injured. But Derek's been playing well and doing some good things. But the truth of the matter is, and unless one of the bigs is in foul trouble, it's hard to play three guys and get them minutes where they can get in a rhythm and get in a flow with their teammates. So, tonight, I felt like J.M. Walker gave us the best chance to be, he's more physical, he can defend, and do some things on that end, and, just wanted to take a look at that.